Thomas and his friends don't think they're getting a fair deal.
There's an innate pessimism about their outlook. It's kind of been this rolling situation for the last while, and there's this overall sense of hopelessness.
The 23-year-old works full-time, but a challenging combination of weak wages and insecure housing mean the building blocks of a stable life are getting harder to clamber on top of. Driving it all, inequality.
Inequality is on steroids at the moment.
Australia Institute research says since the global financial crisis, the overwhelming majority of the gains from economic growth have gone to the nation's top earners.
People are really hurting out there. It's not just a cost of living crisis, which is making it worse. People are going backwards, except for a small group, the top 10%, who are doing very well at the moment. The rest of us are doing really poorly.
In recent decades, the pre-tax gains of economic growth have gone increasingly to the top. 93% of gains since the GFC, heading to the top 10% of earners. Just 7% for the rest of us.
Certainly income inequality has held pretty steady in recent years, but certainly wealth inequality, it's a bit of a different story.
Why? Wage growth has stagnated for a decade, but assets like houses and shares have exploded in value. That's benefited those already doing well.
Profits have grown, and the top 10% of income earners get a lot of their income from profit, and of course the bottom 90% mainly get it from wages.
There's something important to note. The research is based on a pre-tax look at our riches. And while the lion's share of the gains have gone to the top, we've got a strong middle class. And then the tax system kicks in, redistributing that money largely as welfare payments to the unemployed, pensioners and those needing assistance.
I think Australia, it does reasonably well, say, compared to America, United States of America, when it comes to, say, income inequality. We don't do as well as some other countries, say many European countries.
Primary school teacher Isabella Mamalito feels like she's sliding.
We work, but we can't get ahead.
A single parent, she says the life she had 10 years ago is no longer achievable.
How I feel about moving forward, it's quite straining and taxing, to be quite honest.
Looming over the conversation, tax cuts legislated by the previous government that will lift to $200,000 the amount you need to earn to be taxed at the highest rate. The so-called Stage 3 tax cuts mean Treasury will take in $254 billion less over a decade. Those that will benefit more are on high incomes.
There has never been a better time to repurpose or completely scrap the Stage 3 tax cuts.
As everyone looks for savings.
This will be a responsible and methodical budget. There will be a premium on what's sustainable and what's affordable.
With rising wages and the pandemic changing attitudes to tax and government services, Thomas sees change coming.
I hope things do change for the better, but I know it's going to be a long process.
Hard questions for a land that lauds a fair go.